Okay, so I'm gonna do a tier maker list. I actually saw this like weeks ago, probably months ago actually. Someone posted this in a Discord server that I'm in, and I was like, yeah, I should totally like do a video of that. And then I forgot. But then I remembered just now because I'm stalling on doing a map part, so I'm just gonna do this because I'm bored and I feel like being judgmental today. So this is a tier maker list for fanfiction tropes. Truthfully, like, I'm just gonna apply this not only to fanfiction but just stuff that I enjoy in general. Not like TV shows, because TV shows don't have a lot of these tropes in them, but like stuff on the internet, you know? So I'm just, oh yeah, and I changed the names of this to better reflect my thoughts and opinions. So we got the first one, I love reading and writing this. If I love writing it, I probably love reading it, and vice versa. Then the next tier is like, oh, I love reading this, but like, I don't know if I'd write it myself, kind of thing. Like, it's cute, but like, would I make it? I don't know. And then the next one is like, oh, it's pretty good, I enjoy it. It's like surface level, easy stuff. And then the next, second to last tier is, I wouldn't look for it on purpose. Just like stuff that like, I don't know, I don't like. Stuff that just doesn't appeal to me, I guess. I don't know, it's like, and then the last one is terrible, low-key problematic. I might judge you for it, because it's true. I will judge you if I think a trope is like really bad. Like, I will judge you for it. And like, maybe I wouldn't be your friend. I don't know. It's really up to it's really up to the trope. Anyway, so let's get into this. The first one is ABO. Terrible, low-key problematic, might judge you for it. However, I did say on Twitter that the idea of nesting is cute, but only just as like a thing that characters do when they're nervous or something. Not like it's just, ABO is gross. Like, it is the mating cycle, the heat, the nodding, so I don't like ABO, but like, I don't know, I wouldn't judge someone for liking it. I just think it's kind of bad, and I think it's gross personally, but I wouldn't judge someone over liking it just because, I don't know. Amnesia fic. I don't like this. I don't know. It's not really my thing. Angst. I don't know. I do love writing angst, but like, it depends what kind. Is it like angst that has a happy end? Actually, no, fuck it, I love writing angst. I was gonna go into a whole thing, but I realized that no. Arranged marriage. I wouldn't look for it on purpose because it seems weird. I don't know. I don't know why someone would be into reading that. I don't know. I don't see the appeal. But like, it's not bad. It's just, I don't know. Baby fic. That's just like one where they have a baby, right? Yeah, I love reading this. I say I'm not sure I read it myself just because it says baby fic and not like raising an older child. I don't know. All my characters are like children of adults, and I love writing the parent-child dynamics. I think parenting, like wholesome parenting fics are like, they hit me so good. They hit me right in my feelings. So like, I don't know, it has to be a certain ship, or if it's my OCs, then yes, I would absolutely write it. But if it's like a ship from a fandom, it's like kind of up in the air for me. So like, I love reading this, but I'm not sure I read it myself. That's kind of what. Sharing a bed. Okay, here's the thing. It's pretty good. I enjoy it. However, I've never read a fic with that trope. I don't know why or how, but like, I don't know why or how I haven't read a fic with that trope, but I like the idea of it just because it's like, It usually comes with like confession later. And that's cute. I think it's just wholesome. I like this trope when it's wholesome. If it turns into something sexual, then I'm like, no. Bang or die. Problematic. Holy shit, that is problematic. That is so goddamn disturbing and problematic. I hate that. That is like all kind of sexual assault, kind of being like, you have to do this thing or you'll die. That is horrible. I will absolutely judge you if you enjoy that. Like, at least ABO is like, you won't die, you'll just, I don't know, be in pain or something. I don't know. Like ABO, if the characters don't fuck, then it's like, they just have to deal with, I don't know, being in pain or being uncomfortable or whatever. Body swap, I don't look for this. I don't understand it. I'm assuming it's just like a thing because a lot of cartoons have it, and like, yeah, okay, that's fine. Coffee shop AU. Bro, I'm literally like writing a coffee shop AU. Not an AU, but like my OC story. There is literally a character who is a librarian / also in that same library there is a coffee shop. So I am technically writing a coffee shop. Not even an AU, it's just a story. It's a side story. So yeah, I love reading and writing this, except I don't know if I've ever read a fic with the coffee shop AU, and that's mostly because I don't really go for AUs when I'm reading fan fiction for like fandoms, but if I find someone's original characters and it's a coffee shop story, I will read this because I love wholesomeness. You will see that. I love wholesomeness. And I'm going to explain every single one of these tropes, and it's going to get very long and annoying, and I'm very sorry about that. Anyway, college AU. It's good. It's good. It usually comes with a lot of NSFW, but sometimes it doesn't. And I like those fics. I just think it has like the high school AU vibe, except they're older and they have more freedom. They can like do crazy stuff, and it's like, oh, it's college. And also college has this weird debauchery vibe, and so characters can just do crazy stupid shit, and it's like really heavy on the angst because you can put in like alcoholism, drug addiction, other angsty things that are probably handled very poorly in these fan fictions, but it's good shit, I guess. It's garbage, but my kind of crack fic. I don't know the definition of this one. I don't really know the definition. I'm assuming it's just like a random crazy fic where everything is bonkers. I don't know. I don't really care. I would just say I don't look for it on purpose. Crossover. I don't look for this. I'm not against it. I don't know. It doesn't appeal to me. Major character death. I don't know. It kind of depends if I like the character. I will say I don't look for it on purpose. I don't know. Usually like, yeah, I don't really look for it on purpose. I don't like sadness in my stories. Canon divergence. It depends, but I don't really look for it unless I like really hated something in the original story, which I usually don't. I'm usually fine with it. Okay, I'm gonna get so much flack for putting enemies to lovers in terrible and low-key problematic. Okay, here's the thing. Technically, it's not problematic. Like, technically, on a surface level, it's not problematic. And I won't judge you for it. No, I will. No. The thing is, it's like, enemies to lovers has been so skewed within the past forever. I don't like how it's been interpreted to, number one, be the most common and popular relationship trope. I hate that. So oversaturation, that's one thing that I hate. I don't like how easy people can screw with enemies to lovers to make it bad and toxic, and most of the time it is. Like, I don't know, I cannot fathom the idea of hating someone and becoming friends with them and then becoming in a relationship. Like, even my unhealthy friendships did not start out as enemies. We started out as friends and then grew toxic. That's it's more realistic. Like, I do not think it is unless it's like, oh, they were childhood bullies. But that, even then, I'm like, hold up, what kind of bullying? Is it the bullying that was like stupid and teasing, or is it the kind of bullying that gave you PTSD? Because like, it's too much of a minefield for me. I hate it. I don't like it. I just think it's bad most of the time. I don't care about the character development they've had. I literally do not care. I don't like how slow it is. I don't like how it can be very easy to fuck up. I don't like it. And I probably won't judge you for it, but I probably will, actually. And that was very long. I have a lot of feelings about this trope. Established relationship. Good. All of the relationships that I'm writing right now are already established in my character story. There is no slow burn, will they, won't they, none of that shit. I hate it so much. Fairy tale at you. I don't look for it on purpose. I just, I don't know. It sounds cute, but like princes and knights and dragons, I don't know. I'm not really into that. Like, why would you write a fairy tale at you? Just write a fairy tale OC universe thing, because like you're taking the fanon characters and putting them so far out of the story into a completely new setting where their characters will only have a slight resemblance to the original source material. Why don't you just make an original story? Like, why would you go through all that trouble of taking fanon characters so far removed from their original content? It's different for college AUs and high school AUs, because it's like, it's very normal, and like it's very easy to tweak, since a lot of stories that aren't high fantasy, like a lot of stories are set in semi-modern-ish kind of settings, or they're like settings where school is just a thing, and so like it's very easy to adapt that and be like, oh, a college AU, like that's easy to adapt. But like with fairy tale AUs, since it's just like, why are you pulling the characters so far out of their original world that to put them in a completely different world with completely different story, completely different rules? Like, just make an original story with a fairy tale concept. Like, fake relationship. I don't see this as much in fanfiction as I do with teen dramas. And, like it's fine. It's just, I see it so much in teen dramas that I'm kind of bored of it. And I also only see it with, like, straight characters. So, like, I don't know. And I'm not sure it'd be improved by making it gay. Which I know I would never say, but I kind of say it here because I'm kind of, I don't know, like, pretending to like someone to make someone jealous, or to say, I don't know. It's not usually a jealous thing. Sometimes it's like, I have to prove to my family that I'm not a loser or something. I don't know. Fix it, fic. I don't usually look for it, because the stuff I consume, I don't usually have, like, glaring problems that I'd like to be fixed. And if I indulge in something that has a glaring problem, I usually just stop watching it or enjoying it, because I'm like, well, that problem has stopped me from enjoying it, so I do not want to enjoy this anymore. Fluff. I love reading and writing this. Holy shit. Oh my god. I am such a slut for this fucking trope. I love it so much. And I will probably need to censor that, maybe. I don't know. Friends to lovers. That is the only good blank to lovers trope in the goddamn world, and you cannot make me think otherwise. Friends to lovers is the superior trope, and if you disagree, I will have to show you the door. It is the best fucking trope. I will abuse it till I die. Hurt comfort. Love reading and writing this. Another really good fucking trope. Amazing trope. Awesome. I will abuse it till I die. Historical AU. Depends, but I don't, like, depends on like if it's set during World War II, or if it's like, won't look for it. If it's set during World War II, then it's bad, but if it's, I'm assuming most of them. I've never read a historical AU fic. Can you tell? No, I don't. I've never even seen a fic that has this trope in it. And I don't know what it's like. I don't know what it's about. So I don't look for it. And I'm assuming it's not problematic, and most of them are not set during World War II or like the slave era. I'm hoping most of them are not like that. I wouldn't know. I've never seen them. High school AU. When I was in high school, I read these a lot because it was basically just the high school experience, but like glorified, romanticized. So I get it. Like, I don't look for them granted, I don't really look for like any fan fiction nowadays, but like, I don't know, like it has the same, it's like college AU, but for babies first, school AU. I don't know, but it's good. I used to enjoy them a lot. I don't look into them anymore now because a lot of them are kind of weird, but I mean, you know, whatever. Huddle for warmth. I've never looked into this, but I've never read a fic with it, but I like the concept. That's cute. It's kind of like sharing a bed. Actually, I think these two tropes often go hand in hand, and it's cute, so I love it. Humor. Yes. Oh my god, please. I would love more humor in like fan fiction. Like, I remember I used to find a lot of like texting fics where like it was just a chat log of like the characters talking on a phone, and that's how they would tell stories, through the dialogue and the texting, and they were so funny. They were the funniest fucking things in the world. Oh my god, they were so funny. And I still remember a lot of the jokes because I stole some of them. They were so funny. They were like so good. And I don't know, I just think more fanfics should have more humor. I just think more creative works should have humor. Like, more funny, less characters are depressed most of the time. I like laughing. Fuck you. First, I don't know what's this? Drunken confession. I don't know. I'm gonna put it in, I won't look for it on purpose. But, kind of, it depends. Like, if it's a drunken confession as in, like, oh, they're looking for a good time and then they confess via getting into the bed with the other person, then I'm not into that. Because that's weird and kind of low-key sexual assault, high-key sexual, it's on the spectrum of sexual assault. But if it's like they're drunk and they're like, they admit something. Actually, no, I don't like that either. Because I kind of hate it when characters are kind of forced into expressing something that they don't want to express. I don't think that's cute. Even if it's like, I don't know. I don't think it's that good. I don't know. I don't like the use of alcohol in a lot of media. I don't like that. I don't like that use of it. First kiss. I won't look for it. I don't know. I think the glorification of the first kiss is kind of like the glorification of virginity. To a much more PG level, of course, but I just, it's not as egregious, but I don't know. Magic AU. Oh, I think I saw a Sanders Sides fic. It's like animated. There's only like 3 episodes, but it's cute, I think. But that's like the only, I don't look for it. I like magic. If it's like a magic modern AU, maybe I'll put it in pretty good, but I don't know. I don't know. I just, whenever I want to read a fanfic, I usually just want to read the characters in their pre-established universes with the pre-established rules and all that. Like, maybe like it's just like a fluffy fic. Maybe it's just cute. Maybe it's a little angsty. I just like the pre-established thing. I also just really don't, I don't know. Magic EU, okay, I'll put it in pretty good because, like, I will read a lot of original works that feature magic. So that's something. Miscommunication. Oh, I'm kinda weak for miscommunication. I love reading this, but I'm not sure I'd write it myself. Yeah, it's gonna go there. That's where it's gonna go. Because here's the thing with miscommunication. Originally, a few years ago, I was like 17, so I had dumb opinions. But a few years ago, I was on the board with, like, I was on the little bandwagon with everyone else being like, miscommunication is such a dumb trope. You should just talk to each other. But then I started writing a story, and then I realized how fun miscommunication actually is to write. Wait, fuck, I'm putting this in? I love reading this. I love writing this. And then I started writing a story, and then I was like, wait, no, miscommunication is, like, an amazing trope if it's used in a not frustrating way. So I like miscommunication. And also, like, reading Othello in senior year also made me realize that, like, shit, if people just talk to each other, this would have been solved. But also, like, it's kind of compelling. Like, Othello's kind of compelling, you know? It's kind of problematic. But the miscommunication element is what I'm talking about. And the miscommunication is kind of amazing. So yeah, I like miscommunication in stories. Missing scenes. Is that like you fill in a missing... Okay, in that case, I love reading it. There's a Star Wars fanfic. I'm not really into Star Wars, but the person writing the Star Wars fic is like a YouTuber that I really admire. She's writing a Star Wars fic, and like I think there's a lot of scenes, not really missing scenes, but like she's rewriting the movies with an OC in it, and like she puts in a lot of scenes that would have benefited the original movies a lot, because the original movies are garbage. Anyway, so yeah, I like missing scenes, and I like the idea of them in anything. I'm not sure I'd write it myself, but I could see myself maybe writing it, maybe for like a show or movie. I don't know. Mutual pining. Ooh, I'm literally writing that. Just know if I'm writing something, it's gonna go in the top. If all these tropes, kind of, all of them are in Lake Amenity. Every single one of the top, all these top row tropes, they're all in Lake Amenity. Some more than others, but they're there. And mutual pining, I have one couple who does that, and then they get together at the end of a season. So not the last season. I hate doing the last season hookup. It's horrible. Sex pollen. I don't like NSFW, and I don't like NSFW fanfics that try to like push the characters to fuck. I think that's weird and kind of creepy. I'm not into that. Pregnancy fic. I want to put it in terrible because of my personal thing with pregnancy. Like, I won't judge anyone for it, because, like, I know it's a very normal thing to, I know it's a very normal thing to most people, and, like, I'm not gonna judge people for reading pregnancy fics. I can put myself in that mindset of being like, oh, that's kind of cute and funny. But for me, personally, I hate looking at pregnancy fics. They make me so uncomfortable and just, porn, is it porn without a plot? Okay, here's the thing. I hate reading NSFW fanfics. However, this one is slightly more tolerable, and I won't put it in low-key problematic because I don't hate it as much as the other stuff there. I'm like, it's inoffensive, I won't fucking read it, but it's not bad, because most of the time those fanfics are very straight to the point, kind of vanilla-y, where like character wants to get laid, and you know what, that's inoffensive. I just don't want to fucking read it, but it's not as bad as stuff in the low-key problematic thing, because that No. A lot of that stuff there, I don't like, and I think is kind of a problem. Royalty AU. Same thing with the fairy tale AU. I don't know why you're removing these characters so far out of their original established canon. Like, just put them in like, make your own original thing. Like, why do you have to put things in these crazy AUs that don't have any connection to the original source material? That, I don't understand that. Hi, Joey, my dog is here. Slow burn. I will not look for it because slow burns are boring. I'm a very impatient person. And I don't like taking like 20 chapters to read if a character gets together. It has to be like a very specific kind of story. And most of the time, I don't wanna read a slow burn. Either the characters get together in chapter 3 or chapter 2. I do not care. I want them established now, and I want them dealing with relationship drama, not will they, won't they drama. I hate slow burn, and I just don't want to read it. It's not problematic. I just don't like it because it's everywhere. It's oversaturated. Soulmate AU. Problematic. Okay, I mean, depends on the AU, but most of them are problematic because most of them kind of pretend that abuse doesn't exist, like abusive relationships, or like do abusive relationships just don't exist in soulmate AUs? That seems kind of, that seems a bit, like soulmate AUs are just kind of weird because they kind of perpetuate this idea. Also, another thing, before I say the thing about soulmate AUs perpetuating bad things, but the specific thing that I want to mention is that soulmate AUs very, very often just don't acknowledge polyamory, like, at all. Like, most of them are just like, oh, 2 people are destined to meet, or whatever the fuck. And I'm just, like, not into that. Because I just think it perpetuates, like, really bad shit about, like, relationships, and it completely leaves out polyamory. Like, polyamory just doesn't exist in a lot of soulmate AUs. So that's cool. I don't know, perpetuating the idea that, like, there's a one person for everyone. It's just kind of weird and kind of problematic. I won't, like, judge anyone for it because, like, it's kind of inoffensive, but I just don't like the underlying issues with soulmate AUs, because, like, oh, you're my soulmate. Cool, I'm your soulmate. Let's date. And then maybe one of them will be like, no, let's not date because you're my bully or whatever. And then that falls into enemies to lovers, which I hate. So, bad. I don't like soulmate AUs. I won't judge anyone for it because I can understand the idea. I can understand the fantasy of, like, oh man, I wish I had my one true love to find me. I don't like soulmate AUs. I'm not going to judge anyone for it because I understand the surface level like for soulmate AUs. It's just, I don't know. I can't get into them without thinking about the underlying issues. Time loop. Is that like where the character wakes up over and over reliving the same day? In that case, that sounds so fucking boring. Like, I've never seen a fic like that, and it sounds really boring because there's like a billion movies made about that exact same topic. Why would you write a fic about it? Love triangle. Okay. I don't know where to put love triangle. There's many love triangles in Like Amenity. It's just reading other people's love triangles is kind of a mess. Because the thing about a lot of love triangles in media is that a lot of them are written terribly. No, but the reason behind that is because a lot of the time love triangles are like who will they pick? Let's drag this out since forever, even though it's very obvious who she's gonna get with. I say she because it's often like a girl picking between 2 guys, which in itself is kind of weird. I don't know if I see a lot of the boy picking between 2 girls. I don't know if I see a lot of that. And there's never any LGBT love triangles. And when it is, it's always the gay character that's like the pining one. So that's cool. So love triangles are often handled very annoyingly because a lot of the time it's like, who will they pick? Find out in the next fucking 12 episodes. And it's annoying because because like they really love to tease the idea that like the middle person loves both of them, in which the obvious answer is just date both of them. Polyamory. It's so easy. And then again, at the same time, the two characters pining after the one person usually have a weird rivalry thing going on, because for some reason jealousy is still hot to some people. Anyway, love triangles. Usually, like, they try to draw out that the character is pining after the two characters who are pining after them, in which case polyamory is the answer. But no, because polyamory doesn't fucking exist to most people for some reason. Anyway, and then the other thing about love triangles is that even if it's like, oh, it's very obvious that the middle person loves the one person, doesn't love the other person, but then they still like try to pretend that like, ooh, it's a big mystery who they're gonna pick, but it's like, no, bitch, we know who they're gonna pick. Like, why are you dragging this out? So it's annoying for those two reasons, because they either completely just pretend polyamory doesn't exist, or they like try to drag something out that doesn't need to be dragged out at all. However, I love triangles when it's paired with unrequited love. However, I need to be very specific about this because I like the love triangle. I like the love triangle when it's like, it's very that two characters get together and then the other third person has the unrequited love. However, how they react to the unrequited love could be up in the air. I don't usually prefer the whole I'm gonna go crazy and murder everyone you love thing, because while that, I do like that, I don't like it getting overplayed, and I'm worried it's like a little overplayed in some cases. But I love the unrequited love, and they get sad about it. However, I don't love the incel reaction. I don't like that. But I like the unrequited love where they have unrequited love, but they love the person that they still love. Like, they don't like begrudge them or they like feel sad about it, but like they don't like become bitter. Like they, you know? So like not Snape, basically. Like not him. Not him. But I love unrequited love and love triangles, and I use it kind of a lot in like Humanity. Shout out to Archer. Unhappy ending. I won't look for it because I don't like it. It's kind of bad. No, not that it's... Okay, no, that's mean. I should not look up genfic. Unhappy ending is fine. It's fine. I get it. You know, it's just some of us actually want to live in an optimistic world instead of just being pessimistic all the time. Anyway, genfic definition usually means a fanfic that has no pairing. Oh, so it can be... Okay, so genfic is either without smut or without any relationships at all, or both. I don't know if I've ever read a fic like that. I usually, even though I'm kind of on the aromantic spectrum, I actually kind of like romance. But, like, I really hate smut and, like, reading NSFW for the most part. So I don't really look for it, even though maybe I should look into it because it sounds like a pretty good fic. Sounds like a pretty good genre, because I really don't like NSFW writing, but I do like romance in stories, as long as it's not bad romance. Okay, then what's dark fic? I have to Google this. Okay, dark fic meaning. Is it just like a really edgy... Oh, disturbing material. Okay. I don't know. I'm kind of perplexed. Dark fic, so it could probably be anything from like cannibalism to murder to, I guess, anything along those lines. I should put it in terrible, low-key problematic, but like, Actually, I think child pornography could be classified under dark fic. Is that true? Google, can you tell me what could this perpetuate, like, child porn? Is this gonna perpetuate? God, I hate reading. Okay, so it's emotional violence. Oh, this could feature abuse. Oh, I don't know if maybe enemy / partner betrayal. No, it's problematic. I don't know. A lot of the fics that I would have classified as dark fics, they're so absurdist. They're so absurdly, unrealistically, cartoonishly edgy that I'm like, I can't, take them seriously. So, a lot of the dark fics, or a lot of the fics that I've read that I would classify as dark fics are so bad and poorly written and, exaggerated that, I just look at them and I'm like, good job. This is, I don't know. But, I'm assuming most dark fics are actually, really fucking horrifying, and I just haven't found them. And I probably don't ever want to find them. So they're problematic, because they probably are. I just probably haven't found any that really fucking psychologically damaged me.